Maybe she's out here.
No sign of him either?
No, he must have left.
It's not often that a case leads to a guilty verdict in one trial and an acquittal in a second trial, but that's what happened to Sam Shepard. In July 1954, Dr. Shepard, a well-liked neurosurgeon, and his wife Marilyn had friends over for a movie. Shepard fell asleep on the couch, and Marilyn walked the guests out. Later that night, Marilyn was bludgeoned to death in her bedroom. According to her husband, he was awakened by noises and went upstairs to discover an intruder attacking his wife.
See, this is the part that gives me chills.
Yeah, me too.
Shepard described a struggle with the assailant that ended with a battle outside the house. But his story sounded far-fetched to police and attracted so much publicity that the first trial was deemed tainted, and his guilty verdict struck down by the U.S. Supreme Court. A second trial found Shepard not guilty, but the case was never solved. And the question remains, did Sam Shepard kill his wife?
Okay, so I get his story was fishy. Truth can be stranger than fiction. Right, but if Harrison Ford played him in the movie, there's no way he actually did it.
But there are things that happen in real life that didn't happen in the movie, like Shepard's affair.
I don't suppose this is the best time to ask, but have the two of you set a wedding date?
Not yet. We're enjoying being engaged right now.
Yeah. Nick. Hey, aren't you teaching forensic psychology at the university now?
Yeah, it's been interesting presenting psychology from a different angle.
Would you have time to consult on a serial burglary case?
Yeah, I'd be happy to help out.
Great.
So, our last planning committee meeting needs to be moved. Can we do it at the library?
Yeah, I think so. I just have to check with Lillian.
You mean you can't tell me now? Sorry, it's just Cassie's been bugging me to find another place, and you know how much she intimidates me.
Who's Cassie?
Cassie Reynolds, head of the high school reunion planning committee.
Which should have been you. Ro was our class president.
Yeah, but she was everything else. Head cheerleader, prom queen.
Their clashes over planning school events were legendary.
Oh, wait, the three of you all went to high school together?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How did I miss that?
Well, Sally and I didn't travel in the same pack as Arthur.
No, the football pack.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you didn't know that I back up this badge with the skills of an elite athlete? The power, the speed.
He was the kicker.
Oh, something tells me this reunion's gonna be quite the event.
Can't win without the kicker. Let me just remember.
Hello, Cassie. It's good to see you. Meeting room is that way?
Excuse me. In order to use the meeting room, you need to sign in.
I thought you took care of that, Aurora. Have you met Lillian Tibbet, our head librarian? Pleasure, Lillian. You're in charge here?
I am. My own book utopia, if I do say so myself.
My card. I'm an interior designer, and I could work wonders in a place like this. Splash of color on the wall, maybe some seating that's not so utilitarian. Call me.
What's wrong with utilitarian? Shouldn't that be the essence of a seat upon which one sits?
Hey,
What?
Jack Landon just RSVP'd yes to the reunion, and he's bringing his wife.
Jack Landon? He used to be engaged to Cassie.
Yeah, the one who practically left her at the altar.
This meeting's gonna be fun.
I'd love to know if you come up with any good suspects.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll be.
Had to hit the brakes when I was driving into town. Come say hi.
Jack, glad you made it, buddy.
Yeah, look at you. Huh? Mr. Detective, chasing down the bad guys. Hey, is it true what I heard a few years ago? You and Aurora Teagarden, you dated?
Briefly. This is actually Rose's fiance, Professor Nick Miller.
Oh, fiancé. So you're marrying the smartest girl in school.
Lucky me.
Jack Landon.
Jack was captain of my football team. Well, his football team.
Yeah. I actually got hitched a few years ago myself.
Oh, congratulations.
So, was your wife able to make the trip with you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she's in the car. She's a little mad because I told my mom would stay with her, and the two of them don't really get along. Probably shouldn't keep her waiting any longer.
Well, we'll see you tonight at the reunion.
Oh, you're gonna see me. Oh, and I got a great business opportunity to tell you about. You too, Professor. I mean, if you like a fat return on your investment, a new fitness company I'm starting, the Landon System. Huh? You're gonna love it.
Jack.
Oh, we have to scan this one. It's us hanging out after the big championship game.
Didn't we win that by like 1 point or something?
24 to 23.
How do you know that? I remember you chaperoning our dances. I don't remember you going to the games.
I went to every game. Shirley Landon and I went together. Besides, you know I remember everything.
Yes, you do.
Is this the box you were looking for, Ro?
Yes, I packed this after graduation. I think my CDs are in it.
Oh. My friend's DJ for the reunion. Wants to know what songs you guys listened to back in the day.
Oh, you know, Britney Spears. And is that Pink? I love this album.
Oh, I remember you were wearing this almost every day of senior year.
It's not a guy's jacket, Ro.
It was Parker's.
Parker Stevens. Yes, that was her high school study. Such a nice boy. Perfect manners.
You know he's coming to the reunion, right?
Yes, he emailed me. We've kept in touch on and off over the years. How fun is it gonna be to remember who we were then and, ooh, how far we've come. My Walkman.
Hey, you and the chief ready to put your dance shoes on, have some fun?
The chief's waiting for a call from the DA. I'm meeting her there later. I hope she's not trying to get out of going to this party with me.
I think she doesn't want to immerse herself in the joys of hanging out with your high school buddies?
I'm sure she does. Coach Caldwell, hey, I thought I'd see you at the reunion, not here.
Just have a quick question. Do you have any security types assigned to keep the peace at the reunion tonight?
What, Coach, why would we need security?
Well, I'll just say it straight up. I'm in the process of suing Jack Landon, and you know what a hot temper he has. He can make a scene.
What, you are suing Jack? Why?
Nothing personal. Still love the guy, but he talked me into investing into a business that went bust, and he broke his word that he'd pay me back.
Didn't your sporting goods store just go into bankruptcy?
Yeah, and I need that money to have any chance of saving it. But he keeps dodging me about it. Figured a lawsuit would get his attention.
Has he been served court papers?
2 days ago, left a pretty angry voicemail. Not that I blame him. This store has been in my family for years. I took it over from my dad when I retired from coaching. And to see it close?
Tell you what, Coach, I'll stick close to Jack tonight. Make sure that he's not tempted to make that scene.
Thank you.
My high school self would be very happy to know that you would be my future date.
Well, your future date is very happy to catch a glimpse of your high school self.
Oh, huh? Well, there you go. Hi, Ro. Shauna, long time no see. Cassie, Aurora. Wasn't Ro just adorable?
Oh, you were all adorable. So we are ready to take over for the two of you.
Thank you, Miss Teagarden. Your little helper there can rearrange all these name badges. Okay, Shauna, let's go. Our time to shine.
Thanks, Philip. Just so you know. I'll go grab us some champagne.
Sally, your committee did such a fabulous job decorating. It's magical.
Thanks. Yeah, it was fun. Look who's here.
Parker Stevens.
Aurora Teagarden.
Hi.
Well, aren't you the belle of the ball?
Oh, thank you. And look at you. You've done well.
Being good at math pays off. And Sally!
Hi.
So, how is it fair? You look the same as you did 20 years ago.
Oh, stop. Look at you coming in all the way from San Francisco, right? That's where Rose said you've been?
Yeah, the capital for venture capitalists.
Yeah, for the tech world, anyway. And for millions of people. Cars, buildings. Can't say I don't miss Lawrencetown life. Who knows? Maybe while I'm here, I'll go renew my library card.
Oh, thanks, honey. Parker, this is my fiance, Professor Nick Miller.
Fiance?
Yeah, Nick, this is Parker Stevens. We were on student council together, and we studied together.
Glad to meet you.
Same here. You're a lucky man. Rose definitely the one who got away.
Yes, I am lucky.
Oh, Jack. Oh, your mother must be so thrilled that you're here. She's always telling me that she does not get to see you enough.
You know, she says the same thing to me.
Shirley and I served on the PTA board, and we have been friends ever since.
Here you go, detective.
Philip, I won't even ask how you got roped into this.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm Arthur.
That's my wife, Amy.
Hi.
Hey, buddy, can we talk for a sec?
I piqued your interest about the landing system, didn't I?
Actually, Coach Caldwell came by to see me, so if we can just excuse us.
He's worried I'm gonna get in his face.
Look, why don't we just talk about it over a...
Don't worry about it, bud. Yeah, I can take a knife in the back and keep on smiling. All right? All right.
I'm trying to prevent a situation between him and Coach. Lynn should be here in an hour or so.
Oh, well, we'll look out for her.
Thanks.
Oh, Parker was trying to flatter me. We did way more studying than romancing in high school. He didn't give me a second thought after he left town.
No, I think he meant what he said. You're the one who got away. I'm just glad that I won't end up like him.
Nope, I'm not going anywhere.
So, are you able to get back here very often?
Well, I try to make it back 3 to 4 times a year to support Cassie.
Support her? Why?
Well, she's had a rough go, and I wonder if she's gonna start going.
He's here. With her.
Oh, is that Jack's wife? Cassie, you knew he'd bring her.
You know what? I'm gonna go say hello to them. Don't worry. I'm gonna be super nice.
She should not be doing that.
Well, but it's been how many years? She's gotta be over him by now.
It's only been 3 years since their last breakup, and a month later he married Amy. Just makes me mad the way he's put her through the ringer.
Well, look who's here.
Cassie. You didn't really think I'd miss the chance to see you. Love the dress.
Thanks, Jack. So how are we? Arthur, having fun?
Yeah, great job putting this party together.
Oh, well, I wanted it to be a night to remember. So, Jack, dance with me for old time's sake.
Sorry, Cassie. My husband's dance card is full.
Well, Amy, wouldn't that be up to your husband?
I think that our old friends might like seeing the prom king and queen go for a spin around the floor. Right, Arthur?
Jack, we talked about this? Come on, Amy. You're married to Jack. You must know that he changes his mind all the time.
That's funny. I don't see how one dance could hurt.
I think you see just fine.
You know, you're right. I think our friends would like to see us take a dance.
Yeah, I don't think I should. She seems pretty upset.
Yeah, well, Jack, this is our reunion, not hers, and these are our friends, not hers. One dance was really too much to ask.
Cass,
You just got 2 women mad at you in the space of 30 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah, what else is new? I need a drink. Let's see what's going on.
Oh, let's go.
Water, please. This isn't cold. Do you have a cold one? It's for my aunt, and she'll just make me come back.
Coach, surprised you had the nerve to show your face.
We don't have to get into it, Jack. I'm here because I was asked to pay tribute to the team.
Tribute to the team on the weekend that you served me with papers.
My lawyer served you with papers.
That's right, your lawyer did, because you couldn't man up, look him in the eye, and just talk to me.
Arthur, you know that situation you were trying to head off? Well, it's about to go down.
Why don't
Your
you
money,
man up and
you're
pay
gonna
me my
get
money?
your money. I told you
Oh,
that.
poke me again, pal.
There you go.
That's enough. That's enough.
Fine, fine. Fine.
Caldwell and Landon. There's a surprise.
Why do you say that?
Well, they were quite the mutual admiration society at Jack's bachelor party.
You were at Jack's bachelor party? I didn't know you two were close.
Yeah, who would have thought?
You know, I'm gonna go check on Coach, make sure he's gonna be okay for his presentation.
I'll go with you in case Jack comes back.
Okay.
I'm sure they'll patch things up. So, I'm planning on being in town for a few days, staying here at the hotel. Maybe we can grab lunch, catch up.
Didn't I tell you that would happen? You pushed Jack, Coach, after he provoked me.
Look, I'll talk to him once he's done cooling off.
Your presentation is in like 20 minutes? Oh, and you have some glass on your sleeve.
I'll get it cleaned up.
Thank you, Coach.
What's going on?
Well, it's past time for the football presentation, and Cassie was supposed to introduce Jack.
But I can't find her.
And Jack was on tap to introduce Coach Caldwell.
And now everyone is arguing with everyone, and no one is here.
Well, I think Coach Caldwell went to the restroom to get cleaned up.
I'll go look for Jack. I need to call in anyway. I know why she's not here yet.
What about Cassie?
When Cassie left, what did she say to you?
She just said that she was going outside to get some air.
Have you tried calling her?
I did, but she's not answering her cell.
We'll go find her.
I'll get our coats.
Thank you.
Maybe she's out here.
No sign of him either?
No, he must have left. Call in. It's Jack. He's dead.
I sat in class with Jack in freshman English. I cheered him on the football field.
Sorry.
The paramedics are saying it was a stab wound to the abdomen. So how did he end up in that water? Saw a CCTV camera back there, so I'm gonna see if there's some footage we can view. If we're lucky, we'll be able to find out what happened and ID the perp. Hey, I'm sorry. I know he was your friend.
Thanks, hon. Hey, guys. I need you to find the victim's wife for me. Her name is Amy Landon. She's in the hotel somewhere.
Do you see that?
It's blood.
The rain's making it disappear.
She's not in the lobby.
We're way behind schedule now. Something must be really wrong.
I don't know.
That's him, our victim. Where's he coming from? Kind of looks like a path here.
This must be it. Where Jack was stabbed.
All right, I'll have to ask you to clear the area. I need to secure the crime scene. Joke about something like that.
Oh no. Poor Amy.
So it's going to be a while before the victim's advocate gets here.
Okay, well, I can stay with her.
Great, thanks. I'm going to need a list of names of everyone here at the reunion. Who can get that to me?
That would be Sally. I'll ask her.
And I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to shut this reunion down.
This Jack guy was murdered? Here, in the hotel, like just now?
Yeah, I still can't wrap my brain around it.
Oh, Shirley, his mother. Does she know yet?
Lynn sent an officer to tell her.
I'm gonna go see her. This is just awful.
I mean, how was he killed? Were there any witnesses? Do you know who did it?
No. But when I saw him leave the ballroom, I noticed Cassie.
Ro, I got your text. Is there some kind of emergency? It's bad, isn't it?
What's going on?
Jack Landon is dead.
What if he came out here because he was looking for me? What if this is all my fault?
It's not your fault.
I shouldn't have left the party. I should have just stayed instead of going to the bar in the lobby. I was so mad at him for letting Cassie think he was just fine with what she was doing.
I'm not sure what you mean. What was it that Cassie was doing?
She was stalking him, harassing him. I mean, you should have seen the text messages that she was sending him. I told him Cassie wouldn't leave him alone until he was divorced or dead.
Ro, what are you doing?
I want to talk to Cassie. She got a room here tonight to be on site for the reunion, and I saw her follow Jack out of the ballroom.
Okay, then why not tell me or Lynn? Why are you trying to talk to her yourself?
I was going to, but then we found Jack in the pool, and...
Okay, if Jack sent you to come up here to bring me back to the party, tell him it's too little too late.
Cassie, I'm sorry to have to tell you this, but Jack is dead. He's been killed.
Yeah. I know you football guys like to play pranks, but that's not funny.
No, it's true. We found Jack's body in the pool about a half an hour ago.
I'm told that you followed Jack out when he left the ballroom earlier?
Yes, I wanted to talk to him. It took me a while to find him, and when I did, he was talking to someone else. Sounded like they were arguing, actually, so I came upstairs to charge my phone. Jack's really dead?
I wouldn't joke about something like that. Now, I have to ask you a very important question. Where was he the last time you saw him, and who was he arguing with?
I don't know. He was at the little trellised alcove near the pool. He was yelling at some guy. I
couldn't see his face, but I thought it was Parker Stevens.
That can't be. Parker was in the ballroom the whole time.
Are you calling me a liar? Why would you even ask me if you're not going to believe me?
She didn't ask, I did, and now she's gonna remember this is police business and go back downstairs. Isn't that right, Ro?
Really sorry about Jack.
No, Arthur. No.
Chief, I think you'll want to talk to this person.
Coach Caldwell? What is that?
There's blood on her shirt.
Coach?
It's my blood. I put my arm on broken glass at the bar when Jack and I were...
When you and Mr. Landon were what?
fighting.
I just don't understand it. Someone like Jack, so young, so vital. How can he just be gone?
No, it doesn't make any sense to me either.
So you've heard. Can I give you a hug?
I'm fine.
Shirley, I know you lost your son, but she lost her husband. She's hurting too.
I'm not so sure about that.
So Cassie said she saw Parker arguing with Jack?
Wonder if she's covering up something. Parker was there in the ballroom the whole time. He never left.
Well, you didn't have eyes on him the whole time.
No, but I saw him here and there. I also saw Cassie follow Jack out after he embarrassed her in front of everyone. Cassie Reynolds does not like to be embarrassed.
It doesn't mean she's not telling the truth about Parker Stevens.
No, you don't know her, Nick. Even in high school, she'd make up stories about minor things. Tell him, Sally.
Well, she always was a little truth challenged.
Didn't you say Jack's wife told you Cassie was stalking him?
Yes, and that might be true, and it also might have nothing to do with why Jack was killed. I think we have to consider it's possible that Cassie did see Jack arguing with Parker.
Yes, we can consider it, but you don't know Parker either. I do. I've known them both for 25 years. I know who has a habit of telling the truth and who doesn't.
Fair point, but
Look, I'm sorry. I need a little time to catch my breath. Philip, would you please drive me home?
Yeah.
I hope you understand. Meet me for breakfast in the morning.
Of course.
Talk to you tomorrow, Sally.
Okay. Since when does Aurora Teagarden need to catch her breath?
Maybe she's not ready to face that she might have once dated a killer.
It was heartbreaking watching Shirley try to absorb the reality that her son was just murdered.
I'm sure it meant a lot to her that you were there.
Oh, we used to get together after every PTA meeting and talk about you and Jack and about our hopes and dreams for you both.
Yeah, it is heartbreaking, especially to not know who killed him.
Yeah.
Unless Shirley had some suspicions.
Oh, no. Although...
Although what?
Well, Jack's wife came in when I was there, and I thought for sure that the two of them would bond over their grief, but Shirley was very cruel to Amy. It was almost as if she held her responsible somehow. Anyway, I'm going there today to spend more time with her.
Good. Maybe you could ask her why she felt that way about Amy.
I hope you're not suggesting that I pumped this poor woman for information.
Pump is not the word.
I am certain that the police are doing their due diligence.
I'm sure they are.
Maybe I'll keep my ears open.
Bye.
Bye. Nick! I'm so glad you're here. Maybe you can make sure that Aurora doesn't go too
Aurora doesn't what, Mother?
Nothing. Have a good morning, you two.
You too.
Bye.
Bye, Ada.
I'm sorry that I didn't let you drive me home last night.
I understood.
Did you? because I felt like we were headed towards an argument, and well, we almost always see things the same way.
We're allowed to have differences of opinion, you know.
Well, today's isn't that different. You were right. I didn't have my eyes on Parker the whole time, and I admit it is possible he could have slipped out in the time it would have taken to confront Jack.
And I admit it's possible Cassie was lying about seeing him.
Oh, Sally called a little while ago and said the police held a press briefing.
What did they have to say?
They haven't found the murder weapon, but according to the medical examiner, Jack died of internal bleeding from an abdominal wound made by a blade 5 inches in length.
Did they find any physical evidence on the body? Or his clothing? Fibers, hair?
No, no biological evidence either.
Yeah, well, he was in chlorinated water, so finding something like someone else's blood on him wasn't likely.
They did find all kinds of DNA samples at the crime scene, the garden alcove, but Sally said it would take a while to get the results back.
Yeah, it looked like that area was used by employees for their breaks, meaning that DNA could have been there long before the crime. What about suspects?
Cassie has a strong alibi, but Sally thinks Coach Caldwell is on their list because she saw him come in for questioning when she was there for the briefing. Same apparently for Parker Stevens.
Chief's out at a conference, so I'm gonna need you to step in and help me with this investigation. I'll take Coach Caldwell, but are you up for interviewing Parker Stevens?
You bet. Come on, Arthur. You saw Jack and I fall into the bar, break the glass.
I saw you push Jack into the bar, Coach.
Only after Jack got in my face threatening me.
He threatened you?
In a manner of speaking, yes. You know it was my blood on my shirt. Would I have let you take it if it wasn't?
Then where's the cut that bled, Coach? I saw glass on your sleeve. Now I'd like to see the cut that bled.
You're saying you never left the ballroom during the reunion last night?
Ask any of the people who were there.
Yeah, we have a witness who saw you outside arguing with Jack at the very spot he was stabbed.
That person is lying. Jack Landon was a friend.
I told you the lawsuit wasn't personal. It was business to get me out of bankruptcy court. Jack talked me into taking out a second mortgage on my store to invest in his so-called no-fail business idea.
The Landon system.
He gave me a guarantee I'd have my money back in a year.
But he didn't pay you back.
He kept saying he'd be launching his business any day now. Don't know why he didn't. But I'm in default on my store, so I had to do something to get his attention. Hey, I'm not all that great at making business decisions either, so I didn't hold it against him. I'm holding a team memorial for him tomorrow. Would I do that if I just killed him?
Don't hotels have security cameras all over the place?
The cameras are in public spaces. The alcove where Jack was killed is considered an employee area, no cameras. Yet we have a witness who says she saw you with Jack.
Well, if she's lying, that means she's the one hiding something. So, who was it? Was it Cassie Reynolds?
Why would you presume that?
Cassie was fixated on Jack, even though he did her wrong time and again. It wouldn't surprise me if she got tired of that game.
Pointing the finger at Cassie Reynolds isn't gonna help you.
So Lynn said the CCTV cameras in this hallway showed Cassie going into her hotel room there 4.5 minutes before Jack was last seen alive on the security cameras by the pool. And then she didn't come out until you and Arthur knocked on her door to tell her that Jack was dead. So even if she was stalking Jack, there's no way she could have killed him.
Okay, cameras don't lie. That doesn't mean she doesn't. Cassie. Hey, how are you?
I was up all night. Couldn't stop crying. I did love Jack once.
We're so sorry.
Yeah. Hey, I was gonna ask you though, how sure are you that it was Parker Stevens you saw arguing with Jack?
I'm not 100% sure. I mean, I thought it was him, but I was a ways away. Couldn't see his face, so could have been someone else.
And last night, you seemed to think that Jack had sent Arthur to your room to bring you back to the reunion. Why was that your first thought?
Jack texted me earlier that he wanted to talk.
Jack texted you? You mean last night before he was killed?
Jack texted me all the time. I can show you. I already showed Arthur.
Jack was married.
Yeah, not for long. He told me he asked Amy for a divorce.
Now, Philip, please remember that we are here for a condolence call and not for you to play the real murders game of find the suspect.
I wouldn't do that, Aunt Aida. Scout's honor.
You were never a scout.
It'll be mostly Jack's friends from the team. 2 o'clock tomorrow at the athletic fields. We'll grill some burgers, we'll tell stories about Jack, and you and Amy are both welcome.
Well, it's very kind of you.
You're throwing a party for Jack. And the police told me this morning they're questioning you for his murder.
Hey, whoa. They're questioning a lot of people. And I wouldn't call what I'm planning a party. It's a memorial to honor Jack for all the guys who played ball with him and loved him like I did.
Well, Shirley said it's very kind of you to throw a memorial get-together.
Yes, it is, but please, don't call it a memorial. I want to hold an actual memorial for Jack next Saturday.
Excuse me. If there's going to be a memorial for Jack, it's going to be in Seattle, where we live, where our friends are.
His family is here, Amy.
But I'm his wife, Shirley.
But I am his mother, so we'll do as I say.
This isn't your decision to make.
Hey, Ro, what's up? Yeah, I'm here.
I see no reason why you can't have a memorial in both places. I mean, Jack was clearly loved in both places.
Pardon me. Can we talk for a second?
Excuse me.
So, I just spoke to Ro. She said that Jack had asked Amy for a divorce, and I kind of want to ask and see if it's true.
You will do no such thing. This is not the time or the place.
Well, I would like to know the answer to that. Amy, is it true that Jack asked you for a divorce?
No. That's a lie.
Maybe Coach was telling the truth and the blood on his shirt was his. He didn't want to kill Jack. He just wanted his money back. A chance he'd lose if Jack was dead.
But if Jack attacked him, he might have felt like he had to defend himself.
You know, I don't think he'd have followed Jack outside after their scuffle at the bar. He was trying to avoid a confrontation with Jack.
Maybe, but we don't have motive for Parker Stevens to follow him out, and no witnesses but Cassie, who saw him outside the ballroom.
Oh, hang on. Transcripts of texts from Jack Landon's phone. Huh, it looks like Cassie was telling the truth about Jack wanting to divorce Amy.
Hey, I see Jack and Amy arguing, but I don't see the word divorce.
But look here. She's accusing Jack of wanting to get back together with Cassie. Jealousy is a strong motive for murder. But so far, Amy's alibi is holding up. The bartender says she was nursing a drink in the lobby bar.
And we'll have CCTV footage later to confirm that.
Great.
So Amy denied Jack was talking divorce?
Philip said her face told a different story.
Well, I'm supposed to interview her for my article on Jack. Maybe she'll talk to me about it. Oh, there's Shauna.
Oh, I forgot the cookies.
Oh, I'll grab them.
No, it's okay. Go ahead. I'll get them.
Okay.
Hey, look at this. A text from Parker Stevens to Jack 2 days before the reunion.
Guess what time it is? What do you think that means?
No idea. But I'll find out. Let's get him in here.
Parker, what are you doing?
I just wanted to talk to you privately.
Okay, then just ask me to talk. Don't grab me like that.
You're right, you're right. I saw you and I was going on impulse and I'm sorry. I got a call from Arthur saying that they wanted to interview me again and I don't understand what's going on. Why is Cassie pointing the finger at me?
Yeah, I've been wondering that myself.
You've been friends with Arthur all this time. Can't you talk to him? Convince him I had nothing to do with it?
I can't convince him of something I'm not sure of.
You suspect me too? I would have thought that you of all people, you who knows me better than anyone.
Well, Cassie did tell me that she wasn't 100% sure it was you she saw arguing with Jack.
Okay, good. So maybe you can tell Arthur you saw me in the ballroom the whole time?
I was feeling ungentlemanly letting you go back to the car, so I came after you, just in time to hear him ask you to manufacture an alibi.
No, that's not what I was saying.
No, that's how it sounded to me.
Nick, it's okay.
It's not okay if he's trying to use your history to
I
create...
just don't like the fact that we have a history at all. That's fine. But the Aurora Teagarden I dated was too smart to be used. I'd think you'd know that about her.
What I know are tactics of manipulation, which you are displaying in spades.
Okay. I'm gonna go walk by myself, drop off these cookies, and you two gentlemen can continue whatever this is without me.
You are right about her. She's very sharp. So if you have something to hide, you might want to pick someone else to run interference with the police.
All right, I'm here. How can I help you?
We found a text message from you to Jack 2 days before the reunion. It said, guess what time it is?
Yeah, I texted that to Jack. That's it?
I'd be interested in knowing what that meant. Time for what?
Time for the reunion. We talked about it for weeks.
Really? And how did you talk about it? Because we went back through Jack's phone records, and that's the only call or text he received from you all year. You told us that you and Jack were friends, but we can't find any evidence of regular communication between the two of you.
What do you mean? We emailed back and forth all the time.
You know we have access to his email account, too.
Well, he has more than one address. One for things he really didn't want his wife to know about.
Hey, good time. Mike. Excuse me, man. Thanks. Look, if you think that bit earlier was about me being jealous of your past with Parker...
I didn't say that.
Well, I can't deny that there might be a little bit of that mixed in with my sudden dislike of the guy.
Wow, Nick Miller is jealous?
Human after all. I hope you're not disappointed.
No. I'm fascinated. I'm glad I'm marrying a human.
One with a huge protective streak for his wife to be.
Oh, here you go, Coach.
Okay, thank you.
So, Coach, I hear you got a taste of Jack's true colors yourself. Not exactly a stand-up guy, huh?
Okay, I'm not letting anyone talk down Jack. Not today.
Shauna, maybe now's not a good... Yeah, fine, but I'm just not a fan of celebrating someone who doesn't deserve to be celebrated. Someone who hurt people. Cassie couldn't even bring herself to be here.
I'm sorry about that, Coach. I know you and Jack were close.
Hey, I'm not saying he was an angel, but he didn't deserve...
No, he didn't. His friends are all here to help you remember the best of him.
That's nice to see. I just wish his wife had shown up, too.
Yeah. I wonder where Amy is.
Yes, Jack and I had problems. We're both strong-willed. That's why we were perfect for each other.
That's not really how these texts between you read.
I just told you we had fights. I didn't hold grudges.
You didn't hold a grudge that Jack stayed in touch with Cassie, his ex-girlfriend?
Okay. That bothered me. So what?
We know you're the beneficiary on Jack's life insurance policy. You're about to receive, what, $250,000?
I hadn't thought of that yet.
No? No thought to the money? From your text, we know that your joint banking account with Jack was overdrawn pretty often.
Yeah, well, that was Jack for you. Good with people and terrible with money.
A judge just signed a subpoena for Jack's bank records. I'm guessing if he divorced you, you wouldn't have received much in the way of a settlement, not from empty bank accounts, but if he died.
I didn't kill my husband for money or any other reason, and you know that. You know I was in the bar in the hotel lobby.
About that. The man sitting next to you told us that you disappeared, then came back, and CCTV footage from the bar shows you out of frame for 7 minutes.
Yeah, there was a jukebox in the corner. I went to go see what music was in it.
Can you tell me what songs you remember seeing?
Detective, the lab needs you to call. It's urgent.
You're free to leave the station, but you're to stay in town until further notice, understood?
Okay.
Hey, look.
What's going on with Arthur?
I think he's learned something.
Coach.
Now, Coach,
We need to talk.
I think Arthur just said they found Caldwell's fingerprints on the door leading out to the alcove.
And the blood on Caldwell's shirt came back as Jack's?
Yeah, I was trying to follow Jack outside to make peace. So I started going out there, but then I saw Jack arguing with someone in the garden area, so I didn't go. I swear to you. I had my hand on the handle, but I did not go out, didn't speak to him, nothing.
Who did you see talking to Jack?
Well, it was darker outside the door than it was inside, so it took my eyes a minute to adjust. But my first thought was it was Parker Stevens.
Okay, Coach, we need to talk more about this, please.
Okay, we need to call a real murders meeting right now. The police brought both Coach Caldwell and Parker Stevens in for more questioning.
What does that mean exactly? They think they planned it together?
I doubt that. They just need to sort through conflicting stories.
Well, I hope it isn't Coach Caldwell. I mean, he seemed genuinely upset at the athletic field earlier.
But he also had a motive. Lawsuit pending against Jack because Jack had ruined him financially.
He lost his family business, right? And I was right there when he and Jack got into it a little before the murder.
Right, Coach Caldwell had a motive. Guess who didn't? Parker.
Yeah, but with 2 witnesses placing him at the crime scene, does knowing his motive even matter?
Motive always matters. Maybe we just don't know his yet.
Okay, but his first witness was Cassie, who admitted she wasn't sure it was Parker she saw.
And from what you told us, the second is Coach Caldwell, the other primary suspect.
So Caldwell could be pointing at Parker to deflect blame off himself.
That does put the police in a quandary. The evidence against each creates reasonable doubt about the other.
Jack's blood must have gotten on my shirt when we had that scuffle in the ballroom. That's the only explanation.
Unfortunately, Coach, it's not.
I gave you a description of what Parker was wearing that night.
Which you could have easily noticed earlier in the evening at the reunion. Right down to those distinctive black boots you failed to mention.
Yeah, the boots. I could see them clearly in the alcove once my vision adjusted to the light. Parker had to have been the one who killed Jack. It wasn't me.
How do you explain 2 different witnesses placing you at the scene of the crime arguing with a victim?
It's not difficult. Both are suspects in your murder investigation, or should be. I told you before, you should be looking at Cassie Reynolds. Both she and Coach Caldwell have incentive to cast blame away from themselves and toward me. And both have motive to have killed Jack. I don't.
That we've discovered.
You're wasting your time on me. When you have legitimate suspects, you should be building your case on.
I still don't think that Parker had enough time to go out, argue with Jack, then kill him without his absence being noticed.
It doesn't take a lot of time to slip a knife into someone.
No, but it takes time to walk there and back.
Well, I know the hotel manager. I can see if they pop up on security footage at other spots in the hotel that night. Maybe we can track both Parker and Caldwell's movements.
Great. And see if you can locate Cassie in any footage, too.
But I thought the police basically ruled her out as a suspect.
Yeah, but something's been bugging me about her. First, she got a room at the hotel when she lives only 2 miles away.
Well, that was just so she could be on site to oversee things.
Right, she was responsible for the party, but a half an hour into it, she disappeared into her room, which had a security camera next to it, giving her an alibi. Doesn't that strike anyone else as a little too convenient?
As convenient as Jack Landon's wife heading to the hotel bar and making sure people saw her there?
Now his wife, Amy, she's the one with the real motive. Because Jack supposedly was planning to divorce her. Right. She kills him before he can file for divorce, gets his life insurance.
Well, I think her jealousy over Cassie would be the more powerful motive.
So if I can't have him, no one can?
Right, but again, she wouldn't have enough time to go from the hotel lobby bar to the crime scene and back. Isn't that what they told you, Sally?
Oh, yeah, she stepped out of the frame of the CCTV footage for 7 minutes, so no, she wouldn't have time to get to the crime scene and back.
I wonder if that's true.
Thanks. Long day, huh, Detective?
I just want to solve this case. But as long as Coach Caldwell and Parker Stevens stick to their stories, we don't have enough to hold either one of them. Although, Caldwell lied to me about what Parker was wearing that night in the alcove. I said he was wearing distinctive black boots. Caldwell emphatically agreed. But he wasn't.
This might help. Judge assigned the search warrant for both.
Because it's not a not guilty.
We should go to the hotel tomorrow and time exactly how long it takes to walk from the lobby bar to the alcove and back.
Okay, yeah. You know, I hate to admit how much I would rather it be Amy, who I don't know, than Cassie, who we've known since forever.
It's no fun suspecting old classmates. I don't want it to be Parker either, the first boy I ever kissed. But Nick is right. People can change.
I don't know. Do you think we've changed all that much?
What I thought I wanted for my life has changed. After high school, I thought I was going to move to the city, chase a fat paycheck, but none of that appeals to me now.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with how my life turned out. Although I never did get my big wedding to a rich rock star.
Car's out front. You two ready?
Such a gentleman.
My life has turned out better than I ever imagined.
Do you remember that game? Oh, of course. And what about the school dance? He was the best dancer of all those boys. Amazing, the two of them. So great. Oh, got it. I'll get it. Oh, it's Cassie. See, we were just talking about you. Yes, Shirley and I are going over old photo albums, you know, for pictures for the memorial. Here, I'll take those.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Cassie. Look what I found. Photo album from Jack's senior year. You made such a gorgeous couple. See?
I'm so young, crazy about each other.
He was so happy then. I never understood why he called off your wedding. He never explained it to me in any way that I could understand.
Well, that makes two of us. It's been driving me crazy, wondering what might have been if he'd married me instead of Amy. He might still be alive today.
Cassie, I know you're grieving, but please try to be a little more sensitive.
Aida, don't scold her. It's not as if I haven't thought the same thing myself. There's something spiteful about Amy. The last time they visited, they had a terrible quarrel. Jack told me that she pulled a knife on him.
Shirley, I hope you've told the police about that. Look, I should be going. You take good care of yourself, okay?
I'll show you out.
And if you need anything at all,
Bye. Need anything? Nothing's gonna make me feel better. My son is still going to be dead. I go to the police, they still won't be able to tell me anything. I may never know who killed Jack.
Oh, yes, you will. Because my daughter will make sure of that. You know, I wish I could say Aurora had a passion for music or scrapbooking or needlepoint but she doesn't. My daughter has a mind for murder and she never gives up until she discovers the truth. Never.
So Lynn sent out an update on the investigation by email this morning.
Daily updates to the press from Lynn? That's new.
Yeah, she's doing it because, quote, I don't want reporters in my station asking questions at all hours. And to be honest, it kind of hurt my feelings because I feel like it was directed at me.
Take it as a compliment that you're doing your job.
Okay.
So what's the latest?
Oh, they executed search warrants on both Parker and Coach Caldwell.
Still looking for the murder weapon, I'm sure. They find anything?
No significant evidence has been uncovered.
Maybe they're looking in the wrong places. Maybe we're about to find out that they should be looking at Amy.
Oh, you know what just occurred to me? If we're going to time this out accurately, we should be wearing high heels like Amy was at the reunion.
It occurred to me, too.
Oh, of course it did. Isn't Nick supposed to be meeting us, too?
Yeah, he said he had some research to do. He was kind of mysterious about it.
Hey, Nick. So, did I hear your message right? You want help developing a theory for your forensic psychology class?
Yes. I want to be able to predict the actions of someone suspected of murder. How might he act if he's guilty? How might he act if he's innocent?
Yeah, game for that. But why meet here instead of your office?
Because this is where the suspect is.
Oh, you're following Parker Stevens around?
I am. Now, what can we infer about his guilt or innocence about the way that he keeps looking at that door? Take a look. Is he worried about being tailed by the police?
I don't know. It looks like you've got two suspects you can observe now.
Amy landed.
your phone?
Ready?
Okay, so we're gonna walk as fast as we can to the garden alcove and back without drawing attention.
Yes, I will take that hallway and you will take that hallway.
Right. Timer on?
Yep.
Go.
So, any hypotheses about what's going on over there?
Yeah, I've got 2 or 3. Like, maybe they planned it together. Okay. 4. What are you doing? I just need to hit the restroom. You mean the one that's on the way to their table? Yeah, that's the one.
It was very difficult for me. No. He's on my...
Hello. Interesting to see the 2 of you here, together.
Professor Miller, I hope this means Ro is here with you?
She's not. But I'm sure she'll wish she'd been here to say hello. Amy, I know how tough this time is. I hope you're doing all right.
Yeah, I'm not really sure if I am or not, but all Jack's friends have been really nice to me. Parker here just offered to pay for all Jack's funeral expenses. Isn't that generous of him?
Generous, yes. Well, excuse me.
Eight and a half minutes.
8 minutes, 33 seconds.
Plus, I walked down 3 hallways that had security cameras. Amy would have been seen.
So, there's no way Amy could have killed Jack.
Wait. There are no security cameras in the kitchen.
Maybe that's a shortcut to the garden alcove from here.
Then let's try that.
Reset your timer.
Ready? Go.
Yeah. Okay, so 2 minutes, 56 seconds from the bar to here.
So theoretically, Amy could have committed the murder if she went through the kitchen.
Yeah, but how would she know about the shortcut?
Okay, so let's go back to the kitchen and ask any of the staff if they saw her cut through there the night of the reunion.
Okay.
I've been going through Jack's bank statements. I found something interesting.
You mean besides the fact that he's continually broke?
Well, not continually. Most of his deposits are a couple hundred, a few thousand, except for these 4. The first nearly 3 years ago, another a year and a half later, another 8 months later, and then the last 4 months ago.
Tens of thousands, increasing frequency. Business investors?
This isn't his business account. And the deposits all came from the same numbered account in the Cayman Islands.
So no name. What's your theory?
I don't have one yet. But one thing did strike me. The deposits all started right after he married Amy.
No?
Yeah, I've seen her.
You've seen her here in the kitchen Saturday night?
No, a couple weeks ago. I delivered her room service order, a burger, no bun.
You're saying this woman stayed here at this hotel weeks ago?
I remember her because I brought it up with the bun, and she made me take it back and have her make a fresh one. Like, she can just take the bun off and toss it.
Okay, so Amy Landon came to town on her own and stayed here as a guest. Why?
Maybe it was to plan her husband's murder.
Aurora, come on in. But please keep your voice down. I finally got Shirley to agree to take a nap.
I need to talk to Amy.
Oh, she said she had some shopping to do, so why do you need to talk to her?
Mother, it's possible that Amy may have killed Jack.
No. Why would you say such a horrible thing?
Okay, first, her alibi is not as ironclad as we thought. She came to town a few weeks ago without Jack. She got a room at the hotel where Jack was killed. Now, why would she do that unless she was
Amy,
gonna...
I thought you'd gone. What are you doing?
It's what your daughter's doing that's the problem. I heard what you said. You think I killed my husband.
We can talk about that, but first you need to put down the knife.
You know, you were right about one thing. I did come to town by myself 2 weeks ago. I came to talk to Cassie, to tell her to stay away from Jack. You have no idea how obsessed she was with him. Jack would laugh it off, but it scared me.
You know Cassie. You went to high school with her. She doesn't tell the truth.
So if you want to know who killed Jack, you need to stop looking at me and start looking at her.
The police confirmed she was in her room.
Yeah. Well, then the police don't know what they're doing. Do you?
Shirley said that Amy had a violent side. I didn't know whether or not to believe her until now.
Yeah, it was very strange, Amy standing there with a knife.
Also strange she was having lunch with Parker.
Yeah, but she wants everyone to believe it's Cassie. Cassie wants everyone to believe it's Parker.
Well, the physical evidence points to Caldwell. It's his print and Jack's blood on his shirt.
That could have happened during their fight at the bar.
Well, he says he saw Parker with Jack, right?
Oh, about that. Arthur told me off the record that Caldwell couldn't back up his story. He couldn't remember what Parker was wearing and then lied about it when Arthur tripped him up.
No, I knew it. He hopped on Cassie's accusation to deflect blame from himself. And maybe Cassie's doing the same thing, picking a name to deflect from herself. Maybe Amy was right. Maybe we've been going in circles because we aren't looking at the right person. Cassie. Maybe we shouldn't dismiss her because of an overly convenient alibi.
Well, I have to say, in all the interviews I've done for my story, a lot of Jack's friends talked about how he toyed with Cassie's emotions over and over through the years.
Then they wouldn't be surprised if she had enough and snapped.
I'm gonna do a research dive on her when I get to work in the morning.
I have interviews set up at the hotel tomorrow for my follow-up with the hotel manager and the banquet liaison. They worked with Cassie to help her plan the reunion. Maybe I can get them to talk to me about anything she might have said.
We can't let Parker off the hook just because Caldwell can't remember what the guy was wearing. He offered to pay for Jack's funeral. That, to me, suggests possible guilt over Jack's murder. I know that you might have trusted him once, but please keep in mind that he's still a suspect.
Don't worry, my suspicious mind has not gone to sleep. He's still on my list.
Well, if that's what you've heard about librarians, then who am I to argue?
That may be the first time I ever heard Lillian laugh. What did you say to her?
Just expressing my appreciation for your profession. All the knowledge at your fingertips makes you librarians seem all-knowing.
Oh, yeah, if only that were true.
At the reunion, I asked you to lunch so we could catch up. Well, it's lunchtime.
Oh, thank you, but I already took my lunch break, and you are a suspect in a murder investigation now.
You don't think it's me. I can tell.
Well, I don't want it to be you, but I still have to follow the evidence where it leads.
Hey, the evidence against me is a case of mistaken identity. But if it's evidence you're after, maybe I can help. I can tell you some things Jack said about Amy, about Cassie. Why don't we sit down and work the problem like we did in high school when you come over to my house to study?
I remember our study dates. You were always late.
My boss at my after-school job never let me off work on time. You knew where the spare key was at my house.
Oh, yeah, it was on the ledge over the door. So I could never reach it. I always had to grab that planter, pull it across the porch, and then climb up and grab it. Yeah, that thing was heavy. Hi.
May I join you?
Yes, of course. Please, sit down. You don't mind, do you?
Not at all.
Parker was just about to tell me what he knows about Jack and Cassie.
Really? We'd both be interested in hearing that. What do you know?
Well, when I was at Jack's bachelor party, I overheard him on the phone talking to Cassie, saying things you wouldn't expect a happy groom to be saying.
Such as?
He told Cassie he was thinking about calling off the wedding to Amy. He said he didn't love Amy like he'd loved her.
Oh, that is so wrong.
I know. I felt bad for Amy and for Cassie.
We already know how poorly Jack treated the women in his life. What I'd like to know is how well he treated you. Rose says you guys weren't friends in high school.
Not even close, no.
So how is it you were invited to his bachelor party? His football buddies say they were surprised when they saw you there.
Well, I was surprised to be invited. Turns out he'd seen an article about me and the success of my company. After the party, he got me to drive him back to his hotel. And that's when he tried to talk me into investing in his business.
And did you invest?
No, I turned him down.
Was he upset about that?
He didn't seem to be. He said I was missing out on an opportunity, but he'd be hitting up Coach Caldwell next, which he did. And it looks like Caldwell regrets it. It was nice chatting with you again, Ro.
Yeah. Do you want to tell me how you just happened to be at the library when Parker was here?
Sure. I was following him. You may trust him, Ro, but I don't.
I haven't been able to sleep, not after our conversation the other night. I figured you knew I was lying.
You had no idea what kind of shoes Parker Stevens was wearing at the reunion.
No.
And you didn't really see him talking with Jack Landon in the garden alcove.
No.
Then why would you say you did, Coach?
Because Cassie Reynolds asked me to.
Why would she do that?
She said Aurora Teagarden was making her sound like a liar about seeing Parker in the alcove that night, so she asked me to back her up. And I did hear Jack talking to someone in that alcove. I just didn't see who it was.
And you thought lying to the police was a good idea?
Well, I believe Cassie was telling the truth about Parker. And I figured it would help get you off my back, so it seemed like a good idea at the time. But now I realize it makes me look more guilty when I am not.
Ro, you have to see this.
Sadly, we're closing soon. And for goodness sake, use your inside voice. This is a library, not a monster truck rally.
You have to see this. This is a knife from a cheese board that Cassie special ordered for the reunion. It comes in a set of 4. Now, I asked the banquet manager if I could see them, and that's when she discovered that that knife was missing. But look at the description of the knife. How long it is?
5 inches.
Same as the murder weapon that no one can find.
I saw Cassie standing next to the cheese board right before she followed Jack out of the ballroom.
You know, the hotel manager told me that Cassie requested to stay in room 310 the night of the reunion.
Oh, the room that just happened to be right next to the security camera giving her an alibi? I knew that was way too convenient.
What are you thinking, Ro?
We proved that Amy's alibi didn't hold up, right? So maybe we can do the same with Cassie. Just have to get Nick on board, which isn't gonna be easy. Maybe I shouldn't tell him. No, I have to.
Okay, I have no idea what you're talking about, but I do not like that look in your eyes.
What look? We're solving a mystery.
So, Ro filled you in about Cassie?
Yes, and I have to say I am not a fan of this plan at all.
Then why did you agree to it?
Well, because I trust Ro.
Okay, what was so important you had to drag us down here?
We think you might want to add another name to your suspect list.
And you couldn't have come down to the station, picked up the phone?
Well, it's something that Ro thinks you need to see to understand.
Ro thinks? Okay, Arthur, let's go.
Wait, I'd like to hear them out.
You've dismissed Cassie Reynolds as a suspect because of her alibi. But she has a pretty significant motive.
Security footage proves she was in her room at the time of the murder.
But we just learned that she asked Coach Caldwell to back up her story that she saw Parker in the alcove arguing with Jack, but Coach now says he never saw Parker.
Arthur!
So all the more reason to test her alibi. You only think she stayed in her room because you didn't see her walk out the door.
Her room was on the 3rd floor. I doubt very much she jumped.
True, but she could have climbed down.
What is Ro doing? Oh.
Okay, she's climbing. Of course she is. Okay, I'd really rather she didn't do that.
Okay, I can't watch.
So if Ro can do that, there's no doubt Cassie could.
Look now, Sally, she's down.
Oh, thank you. Ro promised me you will never do that again.
Very effective way to make hash of Cassie's alibi.
Now, how she got back up is still...
Oh, I can show you.
Whoa. No. We'll just take your word for it.
Thank you. We interviewed that hotel manager. How is it we didn't ask her if Cassie requested a specific room?
Well, we've only had about 100 people to interview.
There's no excuse. I need you to locate Cassie Reynolds, now.
Okay. Well, I requested room 310 because I knew it had a bigger bathroom with a full-length mirror. And if you think I left that room by climbing down over the balcony, Arthur, that's crazy.
Or a smart way to get away with murder.
I didn't kill Jack, I told you. I didn't even get to talk to him. I wanted to, but he was busy talking to Parker. Why didn't you ask Coach Caldwell?
We did. He said you asked him to falsely identify Parker.
You make it sound like I asked him to lie. I didn't. I just wanted to know if he could back me up. He decided to lie on his own.
If we get him back in here and ask him, will he confirm that?
Okay, thank you for everything.
I'll give you a moment.
Thank you.
I just got a voicemail from my lawyer saying the police are about to make an arrest in Jack's murder and I'll be allowed to leave town. Why do I get the feeling you had a hand in that?
I don't like leaving any stones unturned.
So it's Coach Caldwell, right? I mean, if he was pointing the finger at me, I figure it's because he was the guilty one.
Well, I'm sure we'll find out soon.
You always like mysteries more than I did. Guess I'll go pack and wait for the call saying I can leave. It's good to see you again, Ro.
You too, Parker.
And congratulations on getting married. Looks like you found the right guy.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Now, he seemed to think that Coach Caldwell is the one who should be arrested.
Oh, it's the dean. I have to take this.
Okay, I'll wait for you outside. Can't you see how wrong this is? I didn't kill Jack. I was in love with him. And I did see him talking to Parker. And okay, I didn't see Parker's face, but it sure sounded like his voice. And Jack was saying all these things like, too bad, and you did what you did, and he kept repeating these numbers, and...
You didn't mention numbers before. What numbers, like a phone number?
No, big numbers, 30,000, 50,000, 70,000. I don't remember exactly.
Stay here.
Hey, you okay?
Yeah, just thinking about Jack. Maybe they'll search Cassie's place now and find the knife. Unless she confesses, it's the only way to know for sure it was her.
Well, if it was her, then she planned it very carefully.
You mean she probably planned how to get rid of the knife so it wouldn't be found?
Look, I need to head back to the university. Can I drop you off at home?
No, I'm gonna stay out here a while. I wanna go through everything in my mind again, make sure I didn't miss anything.
Okay, if that's what you need to do. I'll stop by later. Hey, Ro. Let me guess, something just occurred to you.
I was thinking about a conversation I had with Parker yesterday. About how he was never home when I got to his house to study, and I'd have to use the key hidden on the ledge over his front doorway. There's a ledge here at the crime scene, but I can't reach it. Can you come back?
I'm headed back now.
Oh, wait, there's a maintenance ladder I can use. I found it. The knife. I think I just found the murder weapon. Oh,
No, I shouldn't have grabbed it.
I'll be right there.
No. You definitely should not have grabbed it.
Okay, here, Jack's bank statement for June 3 years ago. A deposit of $30,000 from an unknown account.
And a year and a half later, another deposit of $50,000.
Yeah, and 4 months ago, $70,000. The same numbers Cassie just told me she heard Parker saying to Jack. So either Cassie herself deposited these sums into Jack's account.
Or Cassie's telling the truth about hearing Parker arguing with Jack.
Parker's still staying at the hotel?
Yeah.
Chief and I have to get down there now.
I'll take that. Ro, I don't want to hurt you any more than I wanted to hurt Jack.
And yet you carried this knife out of the ballroom when you went after him.
Yes, I wanted to scare him. Show him I could be tough. Show him I wasn't going to put up with him blackmailing me anymore.
Blackmailing you for what?
Does it matter?
Yes. It matters to me. I thought I knew you.
You do. What happened was an accident, and Jack knew that. But he didn't care. He kept threatening to ruin my life. After his bachelor party, I was driving him back to the hotel when he made his pitch to get money from me. I felt invited under false pretenses. Oh, I was upset. I wasn't paying attention, and I took a wrong turn down this alley, and I never even saw the guy.
You hit someone.
By accident. Jack was the one who encouraged me to keep going. Said no one had seen anything. Said it wasn't that bad. But the next day I found out. And it was bad. So bad.
The man died.
It felt like a bad dream. Like it had nothing to do with me. And then Jack called. Demanded money to stop him from telling the police. I was almost glad to pay that first time. It was what I deserved.
But he kept asking.
You know, it wasn't the money that bothered me, it was the way he kept pushing it in my face. Just when I'd make some kind of peace with myself, he'd remind me of what I did. I mean, you have no idea what a manipulator he was. I didn't want to kill him, I just wanted him to stop. But when I showed him that knife, he wasn't intimidated. Jack Landon? What was I thinking? I mean, he laughed in my face and then twisted my arm to try to get me to drop the knife.
But you didn't drop it.
No. I thought he was going to hurt me. I thought I had to defend myself. You can see that, right? You can see how it was an accident.
Like the first dead body you left behind?
You're not going to see this my way, are you?
And if I don't, what are you going to do? Leave my body behind too?
No, haven't you been listening? I'm not a killer. And I'm not about to hurt the first girl I ever kissed. I just need time to get out of town. I've got plenty of money to help me disappear. Sorry, Ro, but I don't think I can get out of this without a hostage.
Ro, you okay?
Yeah, no, Nick, he has a knife!
The killer's in the pool.
This makes me so sad. I always really liked Parker, and I can't believe that he could change like that.
Sometimes life doesn't go the way we plan. It's not always possible to stay true to our inner compass.
No, but we should always try. That's why we have a conscience.
That's right. Well, I'm just so happy that you two are here and safe and sound. And now I'm going home.
I'll see you out.
Okay. Bye, Mother.
Bye, darling. Ooh. Oh, thanks.
I realized I never asked for your blessing in marrying Aurora. Well, I'd like to now.
I waited a long time to see my daughter happily married. I didn't know what she was waiting for, but now I do. She was waiting for you. And I know her heart will be safe, and she will be safe. So yes, you have my blessing. You both do.
Thank you. Good day.
You're looking a little misty. What did you and Mother talk about?
How incredibly much I love you.
I love you too. You know, looking back at the past was interesting, but I am way more excited about the future. You ready to pick a wedding date?
Does that answer your question?